Sorry, I really apologize for what happened a moment ago. I believe that, I believe it's better this way. Okay, trying to fix my camera. Yep. Yep. I believe it's better this way. So sorry for that. Okay, might take a while for others to get this. I take a while for them to join as well. Okay, so we're just gonna wait. Okay, Miss Faith, thank you. So sorry that that had to happen. So sorry, sometimes these things can be funny. Technology can be funny sometimes. It's actually the link for the our previous tutorial, the class we were supposed to have the day before yesterday. I just believe that since the link is already there, okay, since the class has been created, let's just let's just use it. But unfortunately, it's just misbehaving. So I just had to quickly create this one we are using now. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. So let's just wait for others to join. Then we'll start the class immediately. Let's wait for others to join. So we'll start the class immediately. Let's wait for others to join. So it's been a wonderful time, and today it's class we have been having for over, this particular course. We have been treating this particular course for over 2 weeks now, if I'm not mistaken. Today happens to be the final tutorial we will be taking on this course. So just using this opportunity to wait for others to join. I think they might be having issues, joining because of the link that was shared earlier on. So let's just use the opportunity to wait for them. So I'm just using the opportunity to wait for them so we can. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So as soon as we have almost everyone join the stream, then we can start the class. So let's just use this opportunity to talk about what we have learned so far in the class, talking about the generations of computer, about 1 to 6 generation, and the amazing things that this time and period witnessed, how computer evolved from just an ordinary calculating machine to what it has become now. You all can agree with me that it has been you all can agree with me that it has been an interesting you all can agree with me that it has been an interesting you all can agree with me that it has been an interesting time. has been an interesting time, and we all must have been learning. We all must have learned a thing or two, you know, talking about the input devices, talking about the programming languages, talking about the internet, talking about service provider, talking about a whole lot of things. We all can agree that we have learned quite a lot. Okay, I think a lot of persons might be having issues connecting as a result of the glitch that happened just recently. I apologize for that, but we might just have to continue, and hopefully they will join later, or per se they will just have to view the stream later, because I really don't want us to spend much time waiting for them. Hopefully they will get it, and they will join as we continue. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped in our last class. We're going to pick up the baton from computer software. So it's going to be a mixture of point and question and answer. There are some questions which I feel I should throw to the class. I will throw it to the class, and I will expect a response from us, and I'll read out points as well. So I believe you all can hear me clearly, and the board is bright. The board is bright enough. So with that being said, let's just go into it, and hopefully for as many who are still having issues joining the class, they will figure it out before we go too far into the class. So just get my materials together now. All right, so I have here and hopefully let's hope that my system will not crash today, as although today I've saved my notes, so even though it's crashed like it did the other time in the previous class, I can always go back to my notes, and I can always access it. And please, for as many who will be interested in the notes, my personal notes, for as many who will be interested, you can always reach out to me after the class. Just at the end of this class, just in the comment section, write, "Sir, please, I need your personal note," and I will send it to you. So let's get on with it. GST 103. So in our previous class, we stopped at application software, and we were able to talk about system software, and we're able to establish that system software is what allows application software to function. Now, without the system software, application software can't work. I believe that was established. That was established, and we are good to go. So now, application software is a set of programs. Speaking of which, now application. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Faith. Okay, just a quick one. So I want to switch off the lights now and see if it's actually, if it's better, if the view is better without the light. So I need a response. So just give me a moment. So I really like to know, is the view better this way, or I should switch on the light? Is the view better this way, or I should switch on the lights? Okay, Miss Faith said she just shared the link. Thank you very much for that. I apologize for the glitch, for the interruption. It's quite unfortunate, but at least here we are back. So it's the view better this way, or I should switch on the lights? Or what do we think? Because in our previous class, a lot of persons usually complain about how bright it is, how bright, like the way the board usually reflects the lights, and some persons might not be able to see clearly or see well. So is the view better this way, or I should switch on the light? I'm waiting for a response. I'm waiting for a response. Off the lights. Better now. Wow. Wow. Awesome. Okay, I would have never known that it's even better this way if I had not asked this question. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So let's just off the light. Okay, so let's just proceed then. Oh, that means the light was much then. Okay, very well then. Thank you very much for your suggestion. So let's just continue without. So we are using the natural light now from sunlight. Okay, now. So let's just proceed. So now we have okay, let me just adjust my camera a bit to make it a bit balanced. Okay. Yep. Trying to see if it's better this way. All right, I think it's better this way. So application software so we have application software. Okay, application software is a set of programs. Application software is a set of programs. Application software is a set of programs. Okay, not today. My material not today. We've gone through some hard time already. Okay, what's going on again with my material? Oh, come on. Breaking news, everyone. My material has gone haywire again. So I have to, as you all can see, look at what it's doing. I have to restart my system again, and it's not responding now. It's not responding, as you can see. It's not responding anymore. Look at what it's doing. Look at the glitch. And I really apologize. Everyone. I have to just restart my system. But the good thing is that I have my material, my notes saved, so I can always come back to it. So please permit me to quickly restart my system so I can have my material back. Please, everyone. And this is not actually good for the class, but I'm apologizing. Please permit me to restart my system again. I wonder why this keep happening whenever I'm on live stream. It's quite unfortunate. So I'm doing a long press now on this on the button. So that's that. So now it's back on. And I'm so sorry. I apologize for all the stress. I apologize for all the stress. Yes, yes. My system works perfectly. I don't just know why it's doing this recently. Maybe I have a lot of files on it. I actually have a lot of files on it. I would I have a lot of files on it. Maybe I have to just reduce the files I have on it so that I don't have to go through all this wahala. Okay, so just going to put my password. Okay, Mr. Jolas is saying iPad is very reliable. Okay, thank you, Mr. Jolas. Yeah, maybe I have to consider that app. Okay, I just use my fingerprint and it's working now. Mr. Jolas said iPad is reliable. Okay, I actually do have an iPad before now. I actually do use an iPad, but when I got my system can perform both functions. It can be used as an iPad, and I can actually use my system as an iPad, you know, and I can also use it at my laptop. So that was why I just trashed my iPad. I gave it out. But now that my system is becoming unreliable, then I think I might have to resort back to my notepad. Okay, Mr. Judah said notepad. Okay, what I was using was iPad, not notepad actually. Okay, so let me just get into my material now. Okay, ThinkPad. Okay, thank you for your suggestion, Mr. Cholas. So I'm trying to open my material. Okay, I think I have. Yes, it is, and it's actually very functional. I don't know, maybe it's actually very reliable. I've been using this laptop for the past 2 years now. It's actually very reliable, but it's just quite unfortunate that all of a sudden it's doing all of this. It's actually very, very, very reliable. So I'm trying to get to my Microsoft Word now. Very reliable, but recently it just starts to misbehave, especially when I'm on live stream. This is the second time it's happening now. The very first time it was when we were in our last class. And now it's doing that again. But thank God this time I saved my notes. So I have no it's just for me to get the note back, and as you can see now, Microsoft is opening. Awesome. My note is back. So that's one good thing with saving your work. So my note is back. Okay, I'm trying to okay, just a moment. I'm trying to get my note back. Okay, yes, we are back. Awesome, we are back. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Thank you for holding on. I'm already sweating just now. Me that I was cold before. Technology wants to embarrass me. Just a moment. Switch on the fan. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. We are back and we are good to go. Awesome. We are good to go. So very quickly, just adjust a thing or two. Thank God for that. Thank you very much, Mr. Jolas. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment and we'll kick off. Okay, Mr. Adin, Mr. Okay, Miss Isioma, it's great to have you join us again. You were in our previous class the other day. I can remember very well. It's great to have you join us again. So just trying to fix something quickly and we will be set. Just before we move forward, a lot of us that our assignments we've not submitted our assignment on MTH 105. Let me just quickly talk about that. Why are we not practicing? That's one thing we're practicing. Apart from very few of us who had responded, I need us all to respond. So now we have application software. Awesome. Application software is a set of programs designed to solve problem of specific nature. Now, when we talk about application software, it's a set of program and it's designed to solve specific. The keyword here is specific. Just like we have our Microsoft Word, which is there for anything typing. You want to create a letter, you want to type, send email, and we have Excel when you want to do anything. Maybe you want to your account, you want to calculate. Excel is there for you. Just like we have Photoshop, anything photo editing and everything. All these things are application software, and they are programs designed to solve specific problems of specific nature. So now when we generalize software, we have examples are specific program designed to solve specific problems. Designed to solve specific problems. So we have example. When we generalize now, we have example. We have the word processing programs. Have word processing programs like our Microsoft Word is an example of that. Microsoft Word Perfect, Word Perfect, WordStar. These are examples of that for that. So we also have the likes of spreadsheets, which we have. Okay, now in my writing, okay, application software is a set of programs designed so we have application software is a set of programs designed. The purpose of this program is designed. Thank you for the observation, Mr. Joseph. Designed, is designed to solve problems of specific nature. Designed to solve problems of specific nature. That's what application software is all about. And I gave us an example of application software. We have the word processing program, and under that word processing programs we have word processing program, and under word processing program we have perfect word, we have Microsoft Word. So we have we also have spreadsheet, of which we have Excel. That's the popular one. We also have what we call integrated packages. All these packages has to do with one program that can perform different programs. When we talk about integrated, hope my handwriting is better today. Integrated packages, we are talking about, when we talk about integrated, we are talking about programs that perform varieties of different functions. Programs that performs varieties of different functions. Okay, so we have that as that. Then we may proceed. So I have here we are looking at, now just before we leave this place, I also want to talk to us about some other packages. All these things are actually application software programs, and we have packages like for graphics, then we are talking about Photoshop. We have packages for database. Then when we talk about Paradox 3, packages for database, we have Paradox 3. We have them like that. But the thing is that all these things we've written here, they are under application software, and they are set of programs designed to solve specific problems of specific nature. Just like in web designing, if you are designing a website as a web designer, literally everything you need to do on your website, requires a plugin. And what are plugins? Plugins are they are actually application softwares, and they have, for example, on your website, you want a button. No, let me for example, now on your website, you want everyone who is visiting to willingly submit their emails. So anytime you have a product to sell, anytime you want to reach out to them, you can reach out to them directly. Now, there's a plugin for that. Now, that plugin is all about email collection, and the plugin is set on each of your. The plugin will be set on your website that, okay, any visitor that comes on your website and stays up to 1 to 2 minutes, that means that person is interested in what you are doing. So just in between that 1 to 2 minutes of visit, that email collector will pop up. Be the first person to get whatever it is we publish, or be the first person, or join our membership class. Or for example, you have a website that you want to use to be collecting payment. There's a plugin for that. Plugin is designed, is a program designed for that specific needs. And that is what application softwares are. They are programs designed to meet specific needs. So we have that as that. So we have the next thing we have here, we have programming languages. What is programming? What are programming languages? Now, programming languages, we've been hearing about programming language every now and then. What does it really mean? Now, this programming language, they are developed. Why are they developed? Why do we even have them? Now, they came into existence because computer programmers has to communicate, has to direct computer on what to do. Now, let's not forget, application software, system software, all these things are programs run by programmers. Now, these programs run by programmers are actually run into the system, are actually built into the system by its manufacturer, by its programmers, by its operators. And so the communication between the programmer now and telling the computer what to do and what not to do, that is how computer programming language came in. Now, talking about this computer programming language, they are intermediate language. From the word intermediate, intermediate language. Speaking of intermediate, what exists between minimum of two persons? Minimum of two persons in the sense that there's a first party, there's a third party, and in between is the second party that allows communication between the both party goes effectively. So computer programming language are intermediate language developed to allow intermediate language developed to allow programmers direct the activities, allow programmers direct the activities of the computer. Exactly, that is what they are meant for. Programming languages are intermediate language developed to allow programmers direct the activity. That's what they are. So we have now this unique set of rules, it can also be referred to as unique set of rules. They can as well be referred to as unique set of rules that dictates unique set of rules that dictate unique set of rules. These rules dictate unique set of rules. It can come like this. The question can also come like this, that dash is the unique, or dash are the unique set of rules that dictates exactly how a programmer should direct the computer to perform a specific task. Unique set of rules that dictate how a programmer should direct, how a programmer should direct. Let's not forget, it's an intermediary language between computer and the programmer. Programmer should direct the computer, how the programmer should direct the computer to perform. The computer to perform specific activities. So with this, I believe there's no question that wants to come out on computer programming languages that you'll be able to tackle. So we have that as that. Now, computer programming languages are divided into two forms. Okay, I think I should erase. These programming languages are divided into two forms. Now, these two forms are operation and operands. Operation and operands. They are operation and operand. Now, talking about operation. Now, these are codes that tells the computer to do such of adding. Codes that instruct the computer to do things like add, subtract, multiply, add, subtract, multiply, subtract, and divide. Basically, arithmetics. Codes that instruct the computer to perform arithmetic functions, while the operand tells the computer the data items involved in operation. This is more of arithmetic. So let me just write. Okay, let me just write it here. I hope you can see it. Arithmetics. Why this has to do with data? Has to do with data. Operand has to do with data. Now, tells the computer the data items. Tells the computer the data. It does more with data, the data items involved in the operation. So actually, they work pari passu, hand in hand. Please, I can't see what's on the board. Okay, Miss Chu, Miss Peace, I think that has to do with your video quality. Are we also having similar issue? Please, are we also having similar issue? Are we also having similar issues? Please, I'd like to know. If you can't see what's on the board clearly, I think you have to click on your phone's click on your phone, then you see this option of setting, the button of setting that pops up. Then go to your video quality and improve it. Improve your video quality to be 360 or 720p. Then it will improve the video quality, because I can see from my laptop here and it's clear enough. So we have that as that. So this is data oriented. Now, operation has to do with arithmetics, what not and what to do, and operand has to do with data. So we have that as that. All right, so we then move to the next one. It says here, there are basic four types of instructions. We have, still talking about the computer programming, there are four types of instruction. There are basic, 4 types of instruction. So we have number 1, we have input to output instruction. Instruct. Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Daniel. Okay, Ms. Blessing said she can see it clearly. Okay, thank you very much for that. So now we have the input and output instruction, and this input and output has to do with direct the computer to accept data from specific input and store it, just like the name implies, input to output. It receives from specific locations and in store. Receive and store. This instruction includes directing of computer to accept information, then store it. Then we have arithmetic instruction, which is the basic arithmetic operation performed by computer. That's a arithmetic instruction. That's the basic arithmetic operations. Basic arithmetic operation. So we have the third instruction. We have branching instruction. Branching instruction. And branching instruction is actually, it does alter the sequence of execution in instruction within the program. Okay, awesome. Thank you for the response. So now, branching instruction has to do with altering the sequence of execution of instruction within the program. Altering the sequence. It alters. It tells what to do and what not to do. Alters the sequence. Let's underline the word sequence. Alters the sequence. The sequence involves in the program. Alters, that's for branching, it alters the sequence of execution. I believe we can see up to this level. Execution. Alter sequence of execution. So I'm just going to erase number 1 so I can have number 4. Okay, I'm going to erase number 1 and number 2 so I can have number 4 written out. Now the number 4 has to do with logic. Number 4 has to do with the logic. Basically, just from the word logic, the basic instruction that has to do with the sequence of how the computer executes certain instructions, depending on the condition built around the programmer. Now the point on that logic is that it allows the computer to change the sequence of execution. Unlike this alters, but logic changes sequence. Logic changes the sequence of execution. So we have that as that. So I have to make my writing bold enough so we all can see clearly. So let's just move on because we still have a long way to go, and I want us to cover this. I want us to be done today. So under programming language, still, as you can see, programming language is one versatile topic you don't want to joke with. Programming language. Now we have the types of programming language. We all, by now, I believe we are acquainted with some certain types of programming language or programming languages. Okay, let me just give it to us. So let's mention in the comment section minimum of 2 type of programming languages. We actually have about about 4 of them. Yeah, we have about 4 of them. So I'm giving it to us now. I want us to mention a like minimum of 2. Our time is counting down. Is anybody who wants to help? Mr. Julas, thank you for your very first attempt, but your answer is not complete. Machine what? Please let's write it in full. Machine what, sir, Mr. Julas? But thank you for the response too. Machine what? Okay, I have about just Mr. Julas who has responded. Mr. Daniel, Mr. Joseph, awesome, machine language. Thank you for that, Mr. Julas. Mr. Daniel, Miss Isioma, Miss Blessing, Miss Peace. Have you been able to sort the issue of not seeing well? I hope you can see well now on the board. I have Miss Blessing, Mr. Bethel, Miss Isiomaki, Miss Perpetual, Mr. Nasiru, machine language, computer language, Mr. Jolas. Okay, thank you for that. Anyway, I'm seeing good. Okay, awesome. That's great. That's great to hear. Miss Favor, you're just coming in. It's a bit late, but it's still great to have you join us. Okay, Mr. Nasiru, Mr. Joseph, Oluwadamilola, Miss Agu, are you still with us? So let's have the answers. Miss Favor, the question was, we have about 4, or the question is, we have about 4 different programming languages. So I asked us to mention a minimum of 2. A minimum of 2. Thank you very much, Miss Favor. She's just coming in and she's hot. She is responding to questions already. Computer and machine language. Okay, thank you. I know just thank you. Yes, I see well now. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's have more answers coming in. More answers coming in. Okay, Miss Peace. Okay, I can see well now. It's Blessing Osai says computer and machine language. I think it says hi. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Now I, at least with this now, I know that we all are on the same pedestrian. So let's just go through it together. So the very first one we have high level symbolic language. High level symbolic language. Who said that? Let me check. Miss Rosita. Okay, thank you for your response. But we all will know more about that now. So now the very first one we are having is the machine language, which is the very first one. Machine language. That's the very first one we are looking at. Now, machine language happens to be the first generation computer language. So which among all these 4 languages is said to be the first generation computer language is called machine language. First generation computer language. Machine language happens to be the first generation computer language. Now, in short, it is like this. It is written like this. Excuse me. So in case you come across question like what is the full meaning of what's from IGL? So we have IGS simply means first generation computer language, and its operation code is expressed in binaries. Its operation code has its operation code. Okay, let me just put it here. Operation code expressed in binary. We really can't go far from our material as much as we want to, because basically national universities set their question based on what they have in the material. So we have to follow the material back to back. We need to cross the T's and dot the I's. We have to read in between the lines. So we just have to go through the material this way, because that is where the questions are actually coming from. So if you can get acquainted and get conversant with this, then you stand a better chance at attempting your exams. So we have that under machine language, and machine language also allows programmer to take advantage of all features and capability of the computer system for which it was designed. So an example of machine language is we have the IBM. And IBM happens to be the first generation computer language. So we have that as that. Okay, so let's move to the next one, which is number 2. Number 2, we are looking at assembly language. Assembly language is the number 2. Now I want to talk about assembly language. Assembly language is also a programming language. Its operation code is expressed as combination of letter rather than binaries. Now assembly language is a bit lower. It's a low level language. Low level language. Code is expressed by what? Code is expressed by a combination of letter rather than binaries. A combination of letters. Code is expressed by a combination of letters. Let me write this clearly. A combination of letters. So the first generation machine language, computer language, has its code expressed in binary, while assembly language, which is a low level language, has its code expressed in letters. So we have 3 and 4. We have 3 and 4 to go. We have 3. Now the third one, we have high level language. High level language is a third one. Pardon me, in order to maximize our space, so I'm just abbreviating, but this is high level language. Now high level language is a symbolic language. Now machine here are dependent on languages. It is capable of running on varieties of computer. Now talking about the high level of language, it's a symbolic language. That means its code uses symbol. A symbolic language, and its language is dependent. Dependent language. Let me put it that way. Dependent language. And one of the advantages is that it can run on varieties of computer. No, let me not. I think I'm taking too much space. Let me put it up like this. Run on varieties of computer, unlike the assembly and the machine language. Now we have the fourth one. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for that. The first one is said to be very high level language and is referred to as fourth generation computer language. Very high language. Very high language is referred to as G4GL, 4GL, which means the fourth generation language. Fourth. So that means our number one is actually number one. That's machine language. Machine language is equals to first 1GL. Please let's take note of that. Machine language is 1GL and very high language is 4GL, which means fourth generation language. Fourth generation, fourth gen language. So I believe yes, thank you very much for that. Why are the likes not coming? If you are yet to smash the like button, do well to do that. So we have the 4 types of programming languages as being dissected. Now, just before we conclude with programming language, we have programming language or programming tools that helps programmers. Tools for programming that helps programmer. Programming language tools. Programming language tools. We have the monitor and the keyboard. They are very essential tools that helps programmers. Okay, Miss Miracle, it's great to have you join us. I think I'm seeing this name for the first time. What is your department, please, if I may ask? Okay, awesome. We have about 10 likes now. Why are the likes not coming forth? Let's do all to smash the like button. Okay, so we have the computer, we have program generator, we have database management, we have program generator. To me, this seems more like an AI, helps you to generate code and you can edit, if I'm not mistaken, program generator or application generator or app generator. And we have database management, marketing. Okay, Miss Miracle, she said she's in department of marketing. It's great to have you join us. So we have Ms. Miracle, do you all do MTH 105 in your department? So we have question number 3. We have database management. Definitely, database management is also essential. It's an essential tool. Management. And we have debugger. Debugger. Okay, debugger. Yeah, we have debugger. That's the error detector. Error detector. Detect. We have detective error. That's the debugger. So these are the 4 important tools that. Okay, no, that's good. These are the 4 important tools that helps computer programmers. That these are tools that help them in doing their job. programming language tools. So we have the monitor and the keyboard, and the program generator, the app generator. We have the data management, database management, and we have the debugger, which is error detector. Okay, I'm getting exhausted. Let me get some water to drink. Still on programming language. Still on programming language, we have some few steps that I just want to talk to us about. Just bear in mind before we say goodbye to programming language. We have stages. We have stages. I'm going to state about just, we have about 7 stages, but I'm going to state just three of them. I'm going to mention all, but I'm going to state just three. We have the very first thing, all stages, whether science or art or anything. The very first thing is you identifying what the problem is, and it's called problem definition here in computer. Problem definition. You have to define the, you have to first define the problem. Problem definition. That is what it is in computer. Then we have, after you've known what the problem is, then you have to devise a method. You have to think of how you can solve this problem, which is devising method of solution. Devise a method, the method for solution, the method of solution. You have to devise a method of solution. And the third one, after you've devised, then you have to develop using suitable aid. Develop the method with aids. So then we have the fourth one. After you are done developing the method, then you begin to write the instructions in a programming language. Then the fifth one, you have to transcribe the instruction into a machine sensible form. Then the sixth one, then you debug. You write out every error, you check the errors and you write them out. And the last stage, which is the seventh stage, is when you test the program. So that is that for that, and we are good with programming. So we'll move to the next one. We are done with programming. Then we'll move to the next one. I might need to move a little bit at a little bit increased pace so we can cover what I have here today. We are like 55% of what I have here, so we might need to increase the pace at which we are moving. So I have flow charts. Just a moment, I need to get some HO2. I'm feeling dehydrated. Okay, so what is chart flow? Sorry for the break. I had to refresh a little bit. Just feeling dehydrated there. Now we have chart flow. The keyword you have to look out for, it can come out like this. Dash is a graphical representation of the major steps in work process. So that is referred to as chart flow. A graphical representation. It's a graphical representation. A graphical representation. Why do you have to do this graphical representation? What does it do? It's a graphical representation that helps you to know the major steps of a work in progress. Graphical representation of the major steps, the major steps of a work in progress. Yes, that is what it is. Let's underline major steps, work in progress, and a graphical representation. It's okay. Somebody's asking a question here. It says chart flow same as flow charts. They are actually similar, but not the same. And I'll explain that to us in a jiffy. Miss Miracle says she's not seen again. Miss Miracle, I didn't do anything to the board. It's still the same way it was. I think it might be the network. If you are not seeing, if it's blurry, it might be from the network. So just hold on, it will stabilize. Mr. Dilla said it's her phone. Okay, it's her phone. Okay, so we have now going back to what Mr. Jolas said. The board is very clear. Okay. Now, to answer Mr. Joseph's question, when we talk about flow charts, it's just use of term. It's just use of term. Flow chart now, the board is clear. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. He said the board is clear. So it's just the use of term. They both flow charts and charts flow. It's just the use of term. In computer here, this is acknowledged. Now, this in computer is acknowledged when we talk about programming languages. And in programming languages, flowcharts basically show you. There's something that is called, okay, my phone is on 15%, okay. Something we call Pisendo's code. And Pisendo's code is a code you write like an estimate, a rough work of how you intend to achieve a code. Let's not forget, for any program you are doing, you need to write code, and basically you have to use it to solve a problem. Now, this flow chart now will show you, if you say 1 + 1 is 2, then this is what you should be getting. Then if you say this 2 now, if you subtract it from 4, you should be getting 2. The next step, if you say, okay, this 2 now raised to power of 4 or raised to power of 5, then this is what should be your response. So that is what it is like when we talk about flow chart. When we talk about chart flow now, chart flow also does this similar thing that flow chart does, but chart flow is more of the arrangement of information. Chart flow is more of the arrangement of information. And when we talk about in computer now, in programming languages, this is acknowledged, not this. So both of them now, you can say this board now shows steps, but this is more particular about results. While this is more particular about the calculations or the proceedings No, proceeding is more okay. The process. Let me use the word processes. The processes. Mr. Joseph. But when we talk about flowchart, it is acknowledged, it is acceptable under programming languages. I believe that is clear enough, Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph, I'm actually waiting for your response. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, as we have said, it is more of workflow, workflow, more of workflow, and this is more of the instruction, the flow of instruction flow. It's more of workflow. So that's just it. But don't let your attention be divided. It's more of Miss Martha. You are just joining us now. Wow, that's not good enough. But I believe maybe it was work or something. Okay, let's move on. Mr. Tayosin, it's great to have you join us. So let's just move on. So we have algorithm. Now, speaking of algorithm is a step-by-step process to achieving a result. A step-by-step process to achieving a result. Now, you can also refer to algorithm as a list or set of instruction. List of set of instructions. A list of sets of what? Of instructions used to solve a problem or to perform a task. Used to solve a problem or perform a task. A list of instructions. So you can even refer to algorithm as what did Mr. Joseph even call it the other time? I think it was chart flow. I think algorithm is more of chart flow. So now, one thing you should also know about algorithm is that algorithm is named after the 19th century scholar called Abu Jafar Muhammad. Named after a scholar in the 19th century. What's his name again? Abu Jafar, 19th century. 19th century, the name Abu Jafar. Oh, sorry, it's actually 9th, not 19th. I was going to confirm that. 9th century. 9th century. 9th century. The scholar Abu, I believe you all can see what I have there. Abu Jafar Muhammad. I think that's a double M. Muhammad. So we are good. Now, this is for the class. Very quickly, I need you to provide an answer to this. Dash is a program Okay, wait. Okay, let's just try it anyway. Let's just try. Let me see our response. Dash is a program designed to aid the function of a flowchart in expressing the detailed logic of a program. I said it earlier on that it's going to be a mixture of points and questions. So this is my second question now for today. It says Dash is a program designed. Dash is a program designed. A programming language. What's the essence of the emoji, Miss Miracle? At least you made an attempt. Thank you very much for that. Dash is a program designed to aid and serve the function. Okay, wasn't sure. It's okay. We are going to get there. Designed to aid and serve. A program designed to aid and serve. Trying to get the question together. The function of a flowchart. The function of a flowchart. Aid and serve the function of a flowchart in expressing the detailed logic of a program. In expressing the detailed logic of a program. All right, let the answer start popping in. Okay, let the answer start popping in. Okay, I'm waiting for answers. Our time is counting down. Dash is a program designed to aid Okay. Why are the answers not coming in yet? What is going on? Maybe I should break down the question a little bit so we can get it. Arithmetic. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for the attempt. Thank you for the attempt. Thank you for the attempt. Okay. Thank you for the attempt. Okay. Algorithm. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the attempt, everyone. All right, I think we are good to go. Okay. Oh my goodness. What a mess. All right. I have Mr. Joseph deleted the message. Okay. Just a moment, please. I think I need to connect my system. It's getting low. Just a moment. Let me quickly connect the system so we can. But I really appreciate our responses. So while the responses are forthcoming, let's just while I'm trying to connect my system, let the responses keep coming. I need everybody to give their suggestions. Okay, we'll let the responses come in. All right. Okay. Yeah, let me check the comment section. Okay, Miss Isioma says Sedo code. Mr. Joseph said Sedo code. Miss Faith Sedo code. Mr. Jola said algorithm. Okay, Mr. Okay, I think it says pseudo code. Miss Faith said arithmetic. Miss Chuk, Miss Miracle okay, said programming language. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. We all have done well. You know, one thing with these questions is that they are actually very, very similar. So if you are not careful, you definitely mix them together. So let me just, I'm still trying to connect my system. Okay, and my phone is as well showing me 15%. So I think it's just best so that we don't get interrupted. Let's just fix everything so we don't get interrupted. Just a moment. You know, it's a live stream. You know, if it was a recorded video, I will have edited all this out. You won't be seeing all these things, but it's a live stream. This is where you know people who are faking it. This is where you know people who don't have it. So just please bear with me. You have not. Oh, Miss Perpetua. She said she has not been following. Thank God you are here. And you can follow. You've not missed so much. You can follow. You can still follow. All right. Questions still keep coming in. The answers. Okay. So as I was saying, if you are not careful, you might mix things up. Just like we have programming languages, we have the flow charts, we have the pseudo code. All these things are actually very similar. Very, very similar. And it's just one or two keywords that actually separates them. Just one or two keywords that actually separate them. And that's just it for that. So if you are not paying enough attention, you might not know which is which. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for your responses. I believe we have our answer now. I believe we have the answer now. Okay. All right. Just a moment. Trying to fix. Okay. Right. So we have our answer, and that happens to be Sedo code, which is correct answer. You just like I always say, I appreciate everyone for making attempts. This is a classroom. If we all know it all already, we will not be here. We are all here to learn. So that is fixed, and we are good to go. Okay, let me just adjust my material. Awesome. So we have that as that. As said though, we need to also mind the spellings of these things. Their spellings are somehow, as said though, then code. Yes. And that's the answer. And we have that as that. So we have the next question. The next thing we have here, we have decision table. Decision tables are used to analyze a problem. Decision tables analyze problems. That's the point. Analyze a problem. It's also the conditions applying in the problem sets out an action taking. Action taking does not only analyze the problem, it also shows the process of action implementation. So that's that for decision table. It has a standard format and comprised of 4 sections. A standard format. And it has what? It has about 4 sections. 4 sections. And we have one. We have the conditions stop. We have 2 condition entry. Now this condition is just condition stop is talking about, yes, thank you, Ms. Blessing. Condition stop is talking about a list of all possible conditions that could be applied. A list of all possible conditions that could be applied. That's a condition stop. Problem, Mr. Jacob, what do you I don't understand your question. Condition entry. This section contains different conditions, combination of conditions. Each condition is given a number termed a rule. entry. This is the entry. Condition entry. Condition entry is where each condition is given a number row. And we also have action stub, and that is that. Okay, we have action stub, condition. Okay, and okay, I think I disconnected my keypad. Okay, it's actually three, no four. I think I have three here. Actually three sections. So we have that as that. So let's just move on quickly. We are moving on to a little bit of computer applications. So very quickly, what do we understand by this word? What do we understand by this word? WY, WY, SI, WY, SIW, YG. What do we understand by that word? W, WY, WY. What do we understand by that word? WY. What do we understand by the word? Our time is counting down. Awesome. Wow. This is nice. Yes, this is nice. Thank you very much. Thank you for the response. It's wonderful. This is beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the good response. Thank you. Okay. Yes. What you says what you see is what you get. So that's what that stands for. What you see is what you get. So now, if you want to, yes, thank you very much. Now, if you want to start a blank document on a Microsoft Word, what key to start a blank document? What command to start a blank or new document? Okay, that's the next question. What command to start a blank or a new document? What is the command that you use? Okay, our time starts counting now. What is the command you use to start a blank or a new document? Okay, Miss Perpetual. Some process has not been active. What is going on? Okay, I think I need to connect my mouse so I can move for my material as smooth as I want. Okay, so what is the, if you want to start a blank document on Microsoft Word, what command do you use? I need our answers, please. What command? So some people have not been active. What's going on? Mr. Daniel, are you still with us? Miss Faith, I'm kind of going through some stuff, so I'm feeling kata. Okay, thank you, Miss Ruth, with Miss Perpetual. Excuse me. All right. So, Mr. Jolas, yes, thank you. Okay, Showmex, what's going on? He's not been active. Mr. Daniel, Miss Faith. Okay, Mr. Joseph has been active. Miss Nasiru, Mr. Nasiru, Raliat. Okay, Miss Isioma, Mr. Bethel Sunday, Miss Peace, what's going on? You have not been active. Miss Favor, Godfrey, what's going on? Okay, Control N, yes, thank you very much for that. So let's just move on. We don't have much time. Control plus N, just Control N. Thank you very much for that. And Miss Justina, you have not been on this stream, and I'm surprised you are not. Okay, so we have something called the clipboard. Can we still see the board clearly, or I should switch on the lights? So we have something called the clipboard. Now, this clipboard is referred to as a temporary storage. A temporary storage area. It's referred to as a temporary storage area when you copy and move text. Okay, awesome. So Mr. Daniel, very well. Okay, thank you, Miss Blessing. Okay, yes, Mr. Joseph. Okay, so we have clipboard. You know, it's a window environment that provides a window environment that provides temporary storage area. So we have that as that. Now let's also take that. Let's also take this. Is the board, can we see clearly, or I should switch on the lights? Can we still see clearly, or I should switch on the lights? Okay, also, she says she's at work. Sorry about that. It's about to rain and it's dark outside. I think it's better now. I think it's better now. It's about to rain outside and it's dark already outside. Okay, Mr. Joseph said he can see very well. Okay, that's fine. So we can proceed. Now we also have formatting buttons are toggles. Formatting buttons are what? Toggles. Formatting. Mr. Jila said it was better before. Do we all agree to that? Okay, Miss Rosita said it's raining there. Yeah, it's about to rain here too, and it's kind of dark outside. Okay, let me switch off the light then. Is it not dark like this? Is it better this way? So that means I should switch on the lights. Mr. Joseph said it's okay. It's okay like this. It's not dark. Please, I need our response because I am confused. I am thinking it's dark, but it seems like I'm thinking it's dark this way. Okay. Mr. Jesus said you can see. Fine. It's fine then. I think I have to reduce the capacity of my bulb. I should turn on the lights. Okay. I think it's better to turn on the lights. And let there be lights. And there was light. So now we have that as that. So let's just move on. Okay, now let's move on. So we have formatting buttons are toggle buttons. Toggle button in the sense that they are the same button that are used to turn on the formatting features. Toggle in the sense that these buttons are buttons you use to turn on hey, what are we now going to do? Mrs. Yoma say I should turn on the light because of the shadow, but it's dark. Okay, I think I would on my lamp. Let me on my lamp and switch on off the main light. So now I've switched off the lights, but I switched on my lamp. So I kept my lamp behind the phone I'm streaming with. So the lamp is behind the system. So is it okay like this? Or I should also switch off the lamp? So while I await a response, we'll just continue. Okay, now I should make it bold. It's fine. Okay, sir, that's fine. But mind you, the lamp will not last up to an hour. So let's just continue. Okay, someone said I should make it bold. Okay, now turn on features of formatting. So that's what this toggle means. The same formatting buttons are toggle buttons, meaning that the same buttons that you can use to turn on this formatting that you can use to turn on the features. So we have that as that. Now, these toggle buttons, you can use them to do multiple things. You can use the toggle button as bold, italics, and underline. Also, you can use toggle button to switch on and off bold, italics, and underline. Okay, Miss Blessing, I should repeat the first one. Okay. Formatting buttons are toggle buttons. Now, these toggle buttons is used to turn a formatting feature on. Now, these toggle buttons are used, all these ones now, they are formatting features. All these ones are formatting features. And you can use this toggle button to turn on formatting features, which are bold, italics, and line. I believe we are clear now. And now, formatting features such as font and font size. Formatting features such as font and font size are not, they are not toggle, they are not toggling buttons, not toggling buttons. So formatting features like bold, italics, and underline, they are toggle buttons, but formatting features like font and font size, they are not toggling buttons. So let's move on. Now, so very quickly, if you want to make your text bold, if you want to make your text italics, if you want to make your text underline, what are the commands we use? That's a quick one, so let's respond to that very quickly. What command to use for bold, italics? Let me do it where it used to be. For bold, italics. For bold, italics, and underline. So these are the come out. Okay. For bold, what are the command? For bold, italics, what are the command that you use? Okay. For bold, italics, and underline, what are the command? Okay, Control B for bold by Miss Rosita. Control U for underline by Miss Rosita. Miss Perpetua said Control D for underline. Thank you all for the attempt. Okay, we all have said well, we've tried. This is Control B. This is Control I, and this is Control U. So now let's just move on. Now, very quickly, we are almost done. We are on about 60%, just 40%, no 65, just 40% to go, and we are done. It's a long class, about an hour, almost 2 hours now. So we have Excel workbook. Excel workbook. Now, these are the things the basics you should know about Excel. Now it contains 3 sheets. 3 sheets. Contains 3 sheets. Now it also has a workbook file. A workbook file. Workbook file. Inside Excel, you have a workbook file up to 255 separate worksheets. 255 worksheets. Worksheet is inside 3 sheets. Work file is inside sheet, and it all has about 255 worksheets. A grid of 256. Grid of 256. A grid of 256 and a column of about 65,536. A column what's going on? A column of what? Columns are 65,536. Now, I think I mixed that up. Sorry. I think I'm mixing that up. Now, the grid is 255. Now, Excel sheet is a grid of 256 columns. That was mixed up. Is the columns that is 256. That was a mix up. Sorry about that. The colon now, and rows. is the rows now like 65,536. So we have that as that. So Excel sheet now has 3 sheets. Excel workbook has 3 sheets. Then the work file has about 255 worksheets. Then columns about 256 and rows about 65,536. I'm getting so dehydrated already, getting exhausted as well. But just have to complete this class. Okay, it's raining. Hope the noise of the rain is not interfering with my voice. Is it? Is the noise of the rain coming from outside interfering with my voice? Should I shut down? Thank you very much. Should I close the windows? Okay, no sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Blessing. So let's just move on. We are almost done. Now. So we have that as that. Now, a chart. Now, what is a chart? It's an information. Okay, thank you. An information presented in form of table, graphs, and diagram. Info presented in form of tables, diagrams, or graphs. So that's what we have as charts. Now, what is a graph? A graph now, let me just remove this in. Now, graph shows the diagram, the relationship between variable quantities. Now, shows the relationship between variables. Okay, thank you. Short and precise. Relationship between variables. Okay. Graph can as well be referred to as a pictorial representation. A pictorial representation. A graph is said to be a pictorial representation of a series of values. So we have that as that. Now this is a quick one. Okay, before we go into that, now let's take this together. Dash command enables you to view your printout on screen before printing them. The dash command enables you to view your printout. Enables you to view your printout on screen. Before printing. Please, before you clean the board, let us know. I'm sorry, please. Understood. I will always ask. Sorry about that. Moving forward, I will always ask. Okay, so we have the dash command enables you to view your printout on screen before printing. So what's our answer? And number 2, what command? Okay, to run a slideshow, dash command is required. So let's have it. Let's have the answers. Okay, so let's have the answers. The dash command enables you to view your printout on screen before printing. Now, to run a slideshow, which command is required? Okay, while I await our answer, I might just go get some water to drink. And hopefully by the time I'm returning, I want to see the comment section filled up with answers. Control F2 for which one, please? Jolas, please be specific. Okay, to print. Okay, I'm not asking for a short command. To print, you don't need a short command. It's when you want to go a shortcut that you need. Okay, to print, you actually need a short command. You can actually use Control P, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. Exactly. Or maybe I did not put the question well. Okay, now let me not waste much of our time on this. Let me just explain to us. Now, for a slideshow, you are going to need F5. For slideshow, you need F5. And for this, you need print view. Print preview. Control S. Thank you for your attempt anyway. So the print view command enables you to print out, enables you to view your print out on screen before printing. And to run a slideshow, you require F5. It's dark. Okay. I think my lamp has reduced. The capacity of my lamp has reduced. Mr. Frank, so you are just coming out now. You are screaming on the lights. I've not been seeing Mr. Frank for the past 30 minutes now. Where have you been, Mr. Frank? Do we agree with Mr. Frank that I should on the lights? Do we agree with Mr. Frank? Do we all agree with Mr. Frank? Ah, God have mercy. Jesus. No, it's okay. Hey, it is well, oh. Mr. Frank, can you now see that majority carries the vote? Everybody said it's okay. Okay. Let me open the curtain well. So we can get more sunlight. Okay, I think I should off this. I should not do this. Okay, I think it's a bit bright now. It's a bit better now. I think it's a bit better now. Okay, yes. Now, let's move on. Thank you for that, Mr. Joseph. Okay, so we have to undo. What command key do we use to undo? What command key do we require to undo? To undo, what command key do we need? Okay, thank you for that. All right, now we are moving towards the end of this class. Thank you. Control Z. Yes. Now we have some abbreviations here that would have us pay attention to. I believe by now we all know this already, but let's just go through them. When you come across things like this, LAN, MAN, WAN, then W. So very quickly, we have LAN, which stands for Local Area Network. Area network. We have awesome, yes, we have MAN, Metropolitan area network, and we have wide area network. Awesome. And we have for web, we have World Wide worldwide web. So we have that as that, and we have network. We have network is referred to as what connects, interconnects. We have network. Network is said to be interconnection between two or more computers. Network, it's a connection between two or more computers. So we have network can as well be used to transfer information between computers, even if they use different operating systems. Network is a couple of that as well. So I'm about to clean the board. Miss, can I go ahead and clean the board? Miss Blessing, can I go ahead and clean the board? Okay, awesome. Awesome. So we have file server. File server is a highly performance computer. High performance computer. High performance computer with very large disks, very large hard disks. I know it has a mass storage. It's a mass storage device that all users can share. A mass storage that all users can share. Talking about this server, like where I work, it's upstairs and downstairs. My computer is not connected. All the tabs, printers don't work. Not until my computer is connected downstairs. All other computers and systems cannot access, can't work. And every function, everything is related to my own computer. So this server file now, or file server, high performance computer, has a large hard disk, has mass storage that all computer can share. So we have that as that. So actually this is under components. So the components. So that components. So we have workstation, components of their networks, if I'm mistaken. So we have, these are the computers on network that users work on. Okay, workstations said to be computers on network that users work on. Okay, so we have workstations. Computer on a network. Computer on a network that users work on. that users work on. So we have internet, a global network of computers that are able to communicate with one another using a common language. A global what? Network of computers. Let's not forget I said network is when computers are connected. Now a global network now, internet, a global network of a global network of computers that are able to communicate, that are able to communicate, that are able to communicate with one another using a common language. One another using a password, a common language. You can call it password, anything you like. And what is that common language? It is called HTML. HTML. So while I erase this, I need also to give me the full meaning of HTML. I hope I can clean the board now. While I await a response, what is the full meaning of HTML? HTML, let me start from the top, that in case anybody wants to say no. HTML, that is one common language. On language computers using communicating with each other globally. Okay. Since nobody said no, let me just will assume we are all good. So what is HTML? No response. Okay, now HTML stands for anybody? Okay. Okay, we just move on then. Okay, thank you for that. Hypertext. Awesome. So just a few more points. We are done for today. Okay, hypertext markup language. That's actually the correct word. Hypertext markup language. So we have browser. What is a browser? Yes, hypertext markup. Yes, thank you. Browser. A tool, or referred to as browser. Okay, thank you everyone for that. It's a tool that you use to look at web page. A tool used to visit, access, or look the web page. Exactly. We use it to look, access the web page. And we have hyperlink. Hyperlink. Many of us that read stuff on the internet a lot, a very good example of what hyperlink is. Many of us are in the classroom. There is a link that is usually sent to the group whenever the class is live. There's a link that is usually sent to the group, and the moment you click on that link, it takes you away from WhatsApp, which is the mostly used medium, and it takes you to either Telegram, or it brings you to either face either YouTube. It's a good example of hyperlink. You know, hyperlink. You will realize that the font is different and it has a different color. And when you click on them, they are responsive. Yes, they are responsive. So they are underlined or bordered words and graphics that have web addresses known as URL. Let me just put the short form. Um, encoded encoded with web addresses, or web address encoded with web addresses, which is the URL, encoded with web addresses, which is the URL. You know, when you click on it, it takes you to another particular page. So what is URL? So does anybody want to help us with that? What is URL? What do we understand by the word URL? Anybody want to help us with that? What do we understand by the word URL? Okay, awesome. Universal Resource Locator. That's good. That's that for URL. Universal Resource Locator. Universal Resource Locator. Yes. It is not uniform, it is universal. Now, when we talk about surfing the web surfing. When we talk about web surfing, it means you clicking on one hyperlink from one hyperlink. When you follow one hyperlink to another, it's called web surfing. So we have that as that. Okay, so when we talk about home page is the starting point of your website. So quickly, what does ISP stand for? Home page is the starting point of the website. The starting point of a website. So what does ISP stand for? ISP. What does it stand for? ISP. Awesome. ISP. Okay. What does ISP stand for? What does IP? I'm losing my marker. I'll just manage it for this class. Then I'll switch to another marker later. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. So what does IP stand for? So we agree that this is Internet service provider. Awesome. Internet service provider. Thank you very much. So what does IP stand for? IP, what does it stand for? What does IP stand for? Means perpetual. Thank you very much. You tried. You tried. Internet program. You tried. No one knows it all. Thank you for the attempt. Mr. Jolas, are you still there? In what does IP stand for? So IP, what does it stand for? Internet provider. Smart. Smart. Thank you very much for the response. I'm still expecting, but we have not gotten the answer yet. But I'm still expecting more answers as we round up this class for today and say bye-bye to GST103 4. I think it's the last time you are doing GST103. Even in your masters, you are not doing it anymore. So I'm permitted to use the word bye-bye to GST103 forever. Exactly. So what does this word stand for? IP. Internet protocol. Well, you have it, but that is not still a complete answer. Mr. Jolas, thank you for that, but that is still not a complete answer. Okay, we have that as that. So I'm just going to say it anyway, so we can move on, so we can all go and rest and prepare for our MTH 105 class later tonight. So I'm just going to say the answer anyway, so we can prepare for okay, hold on. Okay, so we have that as that. I'm just trying to quickly trying to open the material itself. There's something I want to touch on before we go, just very quickly. There is IP address. Okay, I think we have I think we've talked about this. I think we've talked about what modern is. Talk about home page. Okay, freeware. This is I don't want us. We've stayed long on this class already. I don't want us to dwell so much. Internet protocol address. Let's not forget, we are fond of saying the IP address. So it's internet protocol address. So very quickly, just these few points. This is the few points I'm leaving us with. Freeware, talk about freeware. We're talking about, wonderful, thank you. We're talking about freeware is their software allowed to be distributed for free. Free software or uncopyrighted software or uncopyrighted software. When we talk about firewall, a gateway to private network. Firewall, gateway to private network. Gateway to private network. Cyberspace. Uncom. What's up? Miss Blessing, I didn't get that. Please, can you put that again? Okay, uncopyrighted or not I don't know that if that word is correct, but what I'm just trying to say is that when you say something is not copyrighted or when something is not a copyright, meaning that the original owner of that product gave it to you to use it for free. So free softwares now, or freewares are software that the owner has given his consent that his software should be used for free. That's why I'm using the word uncopyrighted software. Because any app you are using without the intent of the content of the owner is copyright. And in writing it's called plagiarism, and it's an offense. So we have cyberspace. We'll talk about cyberspace now. Cyberspace is credited to Gibson's novel. Where the word neuromancer, was used. The full meaning of the name William is actually William Gibson. Okay, write that out. William Gibson. I'm trying to get my material sorted out. Okay. All right. So William Gibson is a full name. William Gibson. Cyberspace credited to William Gibson novel, whereby the word neuromancer came out from, and it's referred to as a realm of computer-aided communication. A realm of computer-aided communication. The name of the novel is Neuromancer, and cyberspace is a realm of aided computer communication. Okay, communicate that to us before this class ends. Cyber cafe is a bar or cafe allowing customers or users to access computer, to access the internet through the computer. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful time, and ever since this is the very first longest class we are having, 2 hours 35 minutes. Maybe it might not have gotten as long as this if we had not had any interference along the way, but to the glory of God, we were able to go this far and achieve this much. So I'm expecting nothing less than a B. I'm looking forward to A coming from everyone on this stream. I know everybody's name, so I'll come after you and ask you, what was your score? What was your score in this course? What I expect of us by now is that we should have written all the TMA score we have. All our TMA scores should have been written out now. So immediately you are finishing your exam, you already know what you got in that exam. You add it to your TMA score. You know if it's a B or an A or a C. And if you don't know what the gradings are in National Open University, in this channel, on this channel, I have done a tutorial on how to grade. What are the gradings, what are the marking gradings and schemes of National Open University, how you can know if you are on an A or a B or a C. So thank you very much, everyone. And MTH 105 class tonight is taking place by 9 p.m. So I hope I get enough rest and we can come live as soon as possible. Thank you very much, everyone. I look forward to seeing you tonight.